Well, here we are, the last month of 2023. Yes. And we're going to end it strong and solid with a lot of blessings. I'm optimistic. I'm always optimistic. I always just like to go into the month going, this is going to be great. There's a lot of potential here. There's a lot of good stuff happening. So, December. I'm very excited about this because we kick off the month strong with Mercury moving into Capricorn. Mercury in Capricorn is clearing up our thoughts. It's giving us a lot of successful streamline of our thoughts and our plans. It's a really good time because we're not wasting as much time. We're really like saying, okay, this is what we need to do. Let's go get it done. That's Mercury in Capricorn. Now, hold on to Mercury because we're not done with Mercury yet. I'll be coming back to him in just a minute. On the 4th of December, we have Venus going into Scorpio. Now, Venus rules the opposing sign to Scorpio, Taurus, and Libra, but we're talking about Taurus right now. So Venus rules Taurus. So Venus in Scorpio is not the worst place. Venus does not like being in Virgo. I think we've talked about that. But Venus in Scorpio is not the worst place for Venus, but it's not a comfortable place either. This is a very intense time. You're going to see a lot of intensity here. Power struggles, maybe money concerns, or if you had money concerns and they've sort of been hidden, they come to the surface during this time. On the 6th, we have Neptune going direct, which is fantastic because this is setting our imaginations free. Oh, yeah. So while Neptune's been retrograde, our imaginations have been a little clogged up. Maybe like there's just been nothing to fantasize about. Maybe our dreams have been a little crippled. But now with Neptune going direct, we're letting our imaginations go. We're seeing our dreams are just like way more intense, a lot more vivid to like scenes to them, and our faith is increasing. I love it. I'm here for it. On the 7th, Hanukkah begins. So if you're celebrating Hanukkah, happy Hanukkah. On the 12th, we have a new moon in Sagittarius. I'm going to go into great detail about the new moon in Sagittarius when I do the zodiac reading and card pull for the new moon in Sagittarius. So make sure you tune into those videos to see like what's shaking out there, because the moon is conjunct Mars. So you know what that means when Mars is in the mix. A little bit of aggression. So I'm going to go into a lot of detail about that new moon at that time. On the 13th, I told you we weren't done with Mercury yet. Here it is. Mercury goes retrograde. Yeah. Mercury goes retrograde at 2:09 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So Mercury's going retrograde in Capricorn. It's going to be great. Mercury's going to be retrograde until January 1st of 2024. So that's just a little bonus. That's just an awesome bonus for all those parties and traveling days and holidays that Mercury's going to be retrograde. Isn't that great? Yeah. Told you there was a couple of little catches. Okay, then on the 21st, we have a really busy day. We have the winter solstice. If you are celebrating the winter solstice with your crew, with your coven, whatever, happy solstice. The sun also goes into Capricorn on this day. And, again, busy day. Venus is in opposition to Uranus, and Mars is quincunx to Uranus. Now, excuse me, I told you I'm getting over a cold. So with Venus and Uranus being in opposition, this is a really moody and impulsive time for us, like feeling wise. Unfortunately, with Mars quincunx Uranus, it's also an impulsive time, but it's a time of rash behavior. So we really, really need to think things through during this solstice, during this busy day on the 21st. So Let's just think things through. The great thing is that Mercury is sextile to Saturn this day, so it is a time of thinking things through. It is a time of planning ahead. So there's some help there. There is some help. On the 23rd, we have Mercury retrograding back into Sagittarius. Now, Mercury is not a fan of being in Sagittarius. It's not the most comfortable place for Mercury to be because Mercury rules the opposing sign of Gemini. Mercury rules Gemini and Virgo, but Mercury is in opposition to a sign that it rules. It's not the best place, not the worst place for Mercury, but it's not the happiest place for Mercury. So we're still going to see the things that Mercury and Sagittarius feels, which is we're not able to articulate, we're not able to get our point across, the communication does not flow very easily. We're going to see that really amplified because Mercury is retrograde in this sign now. Yeah. Again, super fun. On the 24th and the 25th, we have Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, respectively. If you celebrate Christmas, Merry Christmas. On the 26th, I'm so excited about this. Not only is it Boxing Day to our neighbors from the north, so if you live in Canada, happy Boxing Day, and Kwanzaa is also beginning. So if you're celebrating Kwanzaa, happy Kwanzaa. But this is a full moon in Cancer. The moon rules Cancer. This is a fantastic full moon. I love it. I love it. There's a lot of aspects that are going on because the moon is in opposition to Mercury, it's sextile Jupiter, it's square Neptune, and it's trine Saturn. So there's a lot of aspects that are actually happening in this full moon in Cancer. Even though the moon does rule Cancer, it should be like the happiest day on earth, but there are some aspects that are influencing it, and I will go into a lot of detail on that card reading when I do the full moon in Cancer explanation before the zodiac card reading. So make sure you tune into those shows as well. On the 29th, we have Venus moving into Sagittarius. So Venus has had a very short trip in Scorpio. So now Venus is moving into Sagittarius, which is, it's more social, it's very energetic, it's like looking for that pleasurable, exciting time, and it opens us up to new experiences. It's also a time, it can be a little risky. It can be a time where we're not sure if we want to take the risk or not, but this can be a little bit risky. So again, think things through, but this is a very social, energetic time, and it's just awesome because on the 30th we have Jupiter going direct, and Jupiter is our planet of blessings and luck, and Jupiter goes direct at 9:40 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So basically at the end of the day, excuse me, basically at the end of the day, Jupiter goes direct. But it's a fantastic, it's like kismet, it's perfect because the next day is New Year's Eve and everybody is celebrating on New Year's Eve, right? Even those of us that like to go to bed early are celebrating on the 31st. So, I mean, here we are on the 29th with Venus moving into Sag, which is a social time, and then Jupiter going direct on the 30th, right before New Year's Eve. I'm digging it. I'm digging it. Yeah, even if Mercury is retrograde, still could be a good time. We end 2023, not only December, but also the whole year, with 4 planets in Earth. Jupiter and Uranus are in Taurus. We have Capricorn and, Capricorn is hosting the Sun and Pluto. We have 3 planets and North Node in Fire sign. So we have Mars, Mercury, and Venus in Sagittarius and North Node in Aries. And we have 2 planets in water, Saturn and Neptune, both in Pisces. And we do have South Node in Libra. And I've been talking more and more about South Node in the past little while because I've just just been like studying about it and just a little bit more obsessed with South Node. I don't know why, in the past few months. So, but we do have South Node in Libra. I did not check to see where all the asteroids were, but right now, I think that's the only thing that we have in air at the end of the year. So, I know it's been a journey. I will tell you, this has definitely been a journey. I'm so grateful to all of you that have just made this like a great channel. This has been an awesome year. And thank you so much for supporting me. Thank you so much for all your feedback. I appreciate all the comments. Thank you. I'm so looking forward to 2024 with you. But before we get to 2024, let's see what your individual numerology is here at the end of 2023. Hello, Life Path 7. Welcome to your readings at the round table for your monthly numerology. I'm Jennifer. This is Mouse. He's been a little disruptive today, knocked down my notes. Every month when I do the monthly numerology, put my notes right up here so that I can like go through all of the life path numbers. He's knocked them down. Disconnected my audio, so I recorded a few videos today with no audio. And this is where he's laying. It's good. It's good. The beautiful Jasmine is over here laying in her dog bed, snoring away. Such a good girl. Such a good girl. He knows I'm talking about him. Look, he picked his head up. He knows I'm talking about him. All right, Life Path 7. Enough about me. Let's talk about you. December for you, Life Path 7, is an 8-month. Oh, I love this for you. We're ending the year. We're ending your 7-year with a month of abundance. We're ending it with just, I love it. That abundance kind of inspirational month. Yeah. The mantra of the 8 is I embrace the power within me while honoring the divinity in others. Let's honor the divinity within my cat. So, an 8-month, an 8 time is very much about inspiration, money, power. It's an abundance in all things because it's understanding the infinite supply. It's understanding that we have enough, that there is enough out there for us, should we choose to tap into it. This is a wonderful time of setting an example of self-empowerment for others. This is a time of seeing the best in others, seeing people's potential. Now, I don't want to say, like, don't fall in love with potential, okay? Been there, done that. Don't fall in love with potential. But when you see the potential in others, you help them to get to that potential. If they choose to ignore it or if they choose to walk away from that, let them. Let them. Let somebody else try and fix that. Okay, more on that in just a second. So this is definitely a time of service. This is a time of service to your community, to your family, to the world, whatever, mankind, to animals. It's a time of service. This is all about karma. It's about reaping what you sow. So you're definitely going to feel that during this time. You're also going to feel that rise of ambition. Yeah, that rise of ambition of just like, I can do this, I can do this. So if you're getting a job or a promotion, or you're like leveling up in some way in a relationship, or maybe you got elected to city council, I don't know. This is a fantastic time for you to feel that ambition. It really is. The lesson of the 8 is to lead with compassion for others and not with the ego. Yeah. The shadow sides of the 8 is feeling responsible for other people's choices. I think we've all been there and done that, right? Adding extra responsibility onto yourself that does not belong on you. Trying to fix others. Yeah. So remember when I was saying seeing the potential in other people? Don't fall in love with potential. You're not here to fix them. You're here to say, hey, let's highlight this potential. Let's highlight this great thing about you. Let's do that. If they choose not to do it, you can't do anything about it. You can lead a horse to water. You know what I'm saying? So, attachment to the material is also one of the shadow sides of the 8, and leading with the ego. Just keep that in mind as you are flowing through December. I know. Because here we are at the tail end of the 7-year. And you know what you're about. I've been talking about it all year. The mantra of the 7, let me remind you, is I am graceful spirit, finding insight, beauty, and peace around me. It is a struggle sometimes to find peace around us, especially if we are married, and I don't care if you're married to a man, woman, or a goat. You know what? The whole institution of marriage can sometimes be less than peaceful. Am I right? Yeah. Throw kids or animals into that mix and we're all in it. We're in it together though this year, aren't we? So it's difficult and it can be challenging to find peace, but that's what you're here to do. That's exactly what you're here to do and embrace. So again, this is a time, your life path is a time of spiritual connection, spiritual expansion, searching for and recognizing peace. It's a time of insight, trusting your own judgment. It's definitely a time of philosophy, assessment, discovery, contemplation, introspection. Look at everything. Look at everything. And really, could you keep pushing your feet into me? Fantastic. The lessons of the 7 are making choices without retreating from others and finding answers within yourself and trusting them. I do like that. It's important to trust your own judgment. It really is. I mean, even if you do something wrong, you at least listen to yourself. You're paying attention to what other people say, but not every piece of advice that comes into you, Life Path 7, resonates with you. Not every piece of advice that comes into you is meant for you to act on. You take what you need, you take what means something to you or what feels right to you, and you leave the rest behind. And trust your own judgment. The shadow effects of a 7, again, I know I'm repeating myself, but I like to just, go through your stuff every time. The shadow side here is self-imposed isolation, self-doubt, insecurity, and running from problems and decisions. We don't want to do that, especially here at the end of the year. And the thing is, when you feel doubt, when you feel insecure, that's when you really, really need to dig deep and trust your own judgment, trust your intuition, and find that spiritual connection so that you can do it, so that you can make something great happen. All right, well, I'd like to see what the cards have for you now, but see if I can reach them. All right, so I'm reading from the usual decks for numerology. I'm pulling from something that I can't get into focus. Here we go. The Healing Oracle Crystal Reading cards and the Goddess Guidance Oracle deck. Well, okay, Mouse. I mean, seriously, if you could take up just a little more room, that'd be fantastic. You know what I'm saying, baby? So much fun. Okay, Life Path 7. Whoopsie. All right, I'll switch the camera before I forget. I may have to move all the card decks so that I can have a little bit of space to spread them out since my cat has spread out. Are you in there? Why are you looking at me? I'm sorry I made noise in your space. All right. Oh, I love this card. Coventina, purification. Mm-hmm. Woo. It does like present some challenges when I'm trying to shuffle around him. But he's so cute when he sleeps. It's just a real problem. Ooh, Scolecite. Oh my gosh, such a pretty card. And it always reminds me of like snowflakes. Okay. All right, let's start with purification. God dang, that's a beautiful card. This has pulled some beautiful cards for you, Life Path 7. It is time for a cleansing detoxification of your body and mind. I like that. All right, and Scolecite. Peace. Would you look at that? And it does. It looks like little snowflakes. Okay, because it's a little different. It's differently built than selenite. The medicine of Scolecite is a powerful ally to assist in mastering the essence of inner peace. Scolecite is made up of hundreds of tiny slithers of white hair-like shards. Each shard acts like a laser beam of pure white light energy from the cosmos, constantly channeling the love and peace from the universe into everyone who finds her or his way into its field. It brings the light of the divine peace into the darkest depths of your being, illuminating and purifying the soul and offering the medicine of inner peace. It enhances a deep sacred space of meditation and relaxation, promotes inner peace and tranquility, supports you in the awakening of your inner wisdom, and allows access to deeply held subconscious memories for transformation. It assists in purification and illumination of the soul. And look at that. This card is about purification. It is time for a cleansing detoxification of your body and mind. Wow, wow, wow. Some freaking awesome cards for you this month, Life Path 7. And I think that this is just so appropriate because I do think this is a celebration to the end of the 7-year. Yeah. Thank you so much for joining me today, Life Path 7. Thank you so much for supporting me on my channel. And just, this has been a wonderful and awesome year, and it really is because of you guys. I do appreciate you. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful December. Don't forget to check out your the zodiac signs for the new moon and the full moon. And I hope you have amazing, safe, and happy holidays. Until we see each other again, Life Path 7, get out there and make your magic. Bye.